Hello, and thanks for joining me on this session on the future of AI Augmented Employee Experience. My name's James Proctor. I'm Chief Operating Officer at Phase 3, and we specialise in digital transformation across HR, payroll and finance. So obviously we're technology advocates and have a real interest in artificial intelligence and how that might be applied from an employee perspective and also from a business perspective. So in today's session, I'm going to cover the future of AI augmented employee experiences. We'll start with what AI is and how it's shaping the workplace. I'll highlight some of the challenges of AI, explain what augmented employee experience means to us with AI and humans working side by side. We'll discuss the ethical implications of how this and also how we can use AI-assisted processes to ensure compliance. And I'll offer some practical tips of where to start in your business with AI if you haven't already. So firstly, what is AI? I wanted to start and give some examples of AI that we might use from a micro basis all the way up to the macro basis. And I was at an event recently and somebody said to me, I don't really understand what AI is. I don't understand how it's going to impact my business or the finance function. It was a finance event I was speaking at. So I thought I'd start with what is it from a basic perspective. So we start with the micro end, as I said, from a perspective of smart assistants. These personal assistants use natural language processing to interpret and respond to simple voice commands. They can handle tasks like setting reminders, playing music, answering questions, and controlling your home devices. Email filtering, spam detection. So this is something more linked to the workplace. Email providers use AI to filter spam by identifying patterns in spam messages. Using machine learning algorithms, these systems recognize and segregate unwanted harmful emails, and that significantly improves over time once it learns based on the spam keywords that it finds. We then have recommendation engines. So platforms like Netflix, YouTube, and Amazon would recommend based on analysing users' behaviour to suggest maybe movies, videos, and products. And these systems enhance the user experience by tailoring suggestions to individual preferences. One of the most common associated activities with AI is the chatbots and virtual customer support assistants. These can handle routine customer inquiries, can be available on websites and social media, and they can answer frequently asked questions, troubleshoot issues, and escalate complex queries to a human agent. Predictive text, probably one of the most annoying features of AI. They can auto-complete using that natural language processing and data patterns to suggest words or phrases as users type. They're common in mobile keyboards, email and document editors, helping to speed up communications. AI models monitor transactions in real time from banking, analysing factors like the location, the transaction amount, and user behaviour. Suspicious activities are flagged for review, which helps banks to protect customers against unauthorised transactions. Perhaps a little bit more scary now, autonomous vehicles. So self-driving cars use AI to navigate, detect objects, avoid obstacles, and follow traffic rules. Autonomous systems integrate sensor data with AI algorithms to interpret their surroundings and make driving decisions. On a much more macro scale now, climate modelling and prediction. So in medical diagnostics and imaging, the AI systems can analyze medical images to detect conditions such as cancers, fractures, and organ abnormalities. They assist radiologists by identifying patterns in X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans, improving diagnostic accuracy and speed. And finally, climate modelling and prediction. Advanced AI applications can help model climate patterns, processing vast data sets to forecast weather changes and predict natural disasters. And this is crucial for climate research, resource management, and preparing for extreme weather events. These applications illustrate AI's progression from assisting with everyday tasks to addressing global challenges like healthcare and climate change. And as technology evolves, the role of AI continues to expand, influencing various sectors worldwide. So with a little bit more of a focus on workplace and HR now, resume screening and candidate matching. AI algorithms can scan and filter resumes based on job requirements, reducing time spent on initial screenings. And by matching candidate skills and experiences to open roles, AI helps HR find the best talent faster. Chatbots for candidates and employee queries. Again, the chatbots can answer common questions such as policies, benefits, or onboarding processes. And obviously, the advantage here is that these bots operate 24/7, providing immediate responses and reducing the HR team's workload. Diversity inclusion monitoring. AI can analyze hiring practices, promotion rates, and employee feedback to track diversity and inclusion efforts. And this can help HR teams assess their progress and identify areas where more support is needed. And HR data analytics and reporting. AI-based analytics tool helps HR to visualize and report on various metrics such as hiring, trends, turnover, and compensation benchmarks. This data-driven insight assists in strategic planning and resource allocation. And intelligent interview scheduling. AI automates scheduling by identifying open slots between both the candidate and the interviewer, coordinating across different time zones and sending reminders. This reduces scheduling conflicts and speeds up the recruitment process. These AI applications help HR teams manage their duties more effectively, provide data-driven insights, and enhance the employee experience across the organization. With AI handling routine tasks, HR professionals can focus on more strategic initiatives and employee well-being. Outside of HR, we also see AI used in the workplace for enhanced decision-making. AI provides that real-time insights through predictive and prescriptive analytics, helping leaders make informed decisions. In finance, for example, AI predicts trends, whilst in HR, it can analyze turnover patterns and help improve strategic planning. Increased collaboration and productivity tools. AI enhanced project management and communication tools streamline workflows by scheduling tasks, setting reminders, and even monitoring project progress. Intelligent assistants can handle tasks such as note-taking and document retrieval to enhance productivity. Enhanced customer service, again with the chatbots, they can help resolve common customer queries and allow support teams to focus only on the more complex cases, leading to improved customer satisfaction and faster service resolution overall. Cybersecurity and threat detection, linked to email and spam filters, AI can detect unusual patterns and flag potential cybersecurity threats in real time, helping to protect sensitive company data. And machine learning models learn from past security incidents to help improve threat prediction and detection over a period of time. Smarter working environments can be achieved through AI combined with the internet devices. It helps making smarter offices by automatic lighting, temperature, and workspace management based on employee presence and needs, making the workplace more comfortable and energy efficient. An enhanced employee well-being can be delivered through AI-powered platforms. It can monitor signs of stress or burnout in employees based on their communication patterns and can provide timely wellness resources. AI tools like digital therapy assistants or stress relief apps promote mental well-being and work-life balance. These tools can result in greater productivity, reduced admin burdens, and higher employee satisfaction. And by automating routine processes and providing data-driven insights, AI can help to shape a more agile, innovative, and responsive work environment. This evolution will likely make workplaces not only more efficient, but also more supportive and adaptive to individuals' needs. And that hyper-personalized employee experience is what we're trying to achieve. Now, in terms of the challenges of AI, it's not without its challenges, the first being data quality and effectiveness. AI systems need accurate data to function, but data can be noisy, scattered, and it can be unstructured. And linked to that, we also need to be able to access that data. So can we integrate the AI tools with legacy systems? That can be complex and time consuming, particularly if they're not a modern cloud-based application with open APIs, for example. Now, obviously, there are ethical concerns. AI systems can introduce bias and ethical concerns, such as how data is used and who has access to it. But also, if there is already a bias in place, it can perpetuate that through learning that the organization has a bias. There can be resistance to implementing AI. It can require significant changes to roles, to process, and to business structure. The cost of implementing AI can be high, especially when we're looking at data acquisition, the infrastructure, software development, and then a talent to manage the AI tool as well. And that leads us on to the next point. There is a lack of skilled talent in the world in terms of AI. AI is changing at an astronomical rate, and a professor at Cardiff University described to us that it's impossible to write the book on AI because it changes so quickly that you wouldn't be able to publish it in time. So we know that there are unrealistic expectations of AI, societal misunderstandings, and potential job losses associated with AI. So these social challenges do mean that we need to have clear strategies for how AI initiatives can be scaled and establish clear milestones and timelines for the use of AI. Now, the augmented employee experience. So we've moved beyond asking when technology like AI will impact our workplace to focusing on how it can be most effective. It's already revolutionized customer experience with smarter solutions, more personalized services, and increased efficiency. And now we're seeing its transformative power in employee experiences as well. We're entering the era where AI doesn't replace human effort, but it helps to elevate it, creating workspaces that are more intelligent and more empathetic. Now, this report revealed that almost 80% of IT and HR leaders recognise that AI has significantly improved employees' quality of work, and another 84% say they've already seen a positive return on investment on technology investments over the past year, and that highlights three trends driving the intelligent employee experience era. Firstly, the AI augmented workforce. So leaders are building an enhanced AI workforce that improves the entire employee journey, focusing on efficiency and personalized experiences. So if we're thinking about learning management, for example, those recommendation engines that could use analysis of our recent behavior on the videos that we've watched and the learning that we've interacted with to help suggest further content, for example. Employee experience leaders are committed to cultivating a workforce that is intuitive, collaborative, and intelligent. And they think that AI is the tool that will help, with 81% of those people believing it's essential in boosting employees' ability to tackle complex tasks, such as analysing complex consumer data to craft the best strategies. And furthermore, almost 80% said that integrating AI into their workplace is not just an upgrade, it's a strategy to carve out a competitive edge in the marketplace. By leveraging AI, teams enhance employee services with innovations in self-service, workflow automation, and training, leading to a more responsive and empowered workforce. If we use an example of testing when we implement a new solution, we know that on every implementation process, there will be hundreds of scenarios that we want to test to see if the solution delivers what we expect it to. And if we can train an AI to do that testing for us, run through the processes hundreds of thousands of times in a short space of time, it would mean the quality of the testing was much better and the human could focus on fixing the issues and providing greater context to the consultant potentially that's building that solution rather than focusing on actually executing the tests. And the final trend was a push for flexibility and personalized approaches. So flexibility and personalization are the new benchmarks for the employee experience. 82% of leaders acknowledge the critical need for flexibility and for shifting away from universal solutions to more agile, personalized approaches. For example, instead of a one-size-fits-all approach to training, companies can leverage AI-driven platforms that adapt to each employee's skills and learning style, which helps offer tailored courses and growth opportunities. And this shift is driven by a growing preference for self-service and AI, with 81% of leaders acknowledging the positive impact on those technologies on employee satisfaction. And this is where we see AI acting as the co-pilot. Now, ethical considerations do need to be taken into account, and I hold Sage in a very high regard in relation to this. They published on their website how they build responsible AI. And data ethics in AI refers to the principles and practices that guide responsible and fair use of data in AI systems. It encompasses a range of issues, including privacy, fairness, transparency, accountability, and respect for user autonomy. At its core, data ethics ensures that data is used to benefit individuals and society whilst minimizing harm. It emphasizes respecting privacy by collecting only necessary data, being transparent about how data is used, and ensuring that decisions made by AI are fair and free from bias. When data ethics is neglected in AI, the implications can obviously be very severe. And we've all heard that case of a well-known organization that was using AI to support its hiring process, and it was fundamentally biased and started rejecting unfairly candidates based on gender, and ethnicity. Privacy breaches are another critical issue. If sensitive data is mishandled, individuals might face identity theft, surveillance, or reputational damage. And a lack of transparency erodes trust. People may not understand or agree with decisions impacting their lives, leading to public distrust of AI systems. So what are some practical steps that you can follow as an organisation, whether that's in the HR, payroll, finance team, or in the wider organisation in general? The first one is open discussions. So we would recommend having an AI task force in your organization. Have you been having those open conversations about the applications of AI? And if people are already using it, and if you aren't aware, perhaps starting the dialogue now is important. Even if it's just to have an AI request mailbox, for example, where the data governance team can check any requests internally to use AI to help at work. For example, am I able to upload this report into ChatGPT and have it assess the quality of my work? Am I allowed to use AI to help me with an Excel formula that I need to build? So these are important things because ultimately, if employees are left to their own devices without any clear guidance, there could be issues in terms of sensitive data being uploaded into these natural language models. And organizations obviously are accountable for that under GDPR policies. The next practical step is to speak to your software suppliers. It's great that people are attending events and attending sessions on AI, but it's really important to ask your providers what they're offering, what's on their product roadmap, and what will that mean for you? Because obviously in organizations we use lots of business systems and we need to understand how each different provider is operating and planning to operate those features in the future, because we don't want to be interacting with 7 different chatbots in an organization and never actually speaking to a human. So speaking to your suppliers about what they're doing is an important first step. Having an AI ethics policy. Again, I would highly recommend this. Start to think of the implications internally and call out what you will allow AI to do in your business and what you won't allow it to do. And any key principles that you want to adapt, like human in the loop, or acknowledging when AI has been used to develop the particular piece of work that you delivered for a customer, for example. Always focus on data security first. Some language models that you might use might reuse the data that you enter into them to learn. So if I enter some data about company X, it knows about that business. And so someone else in the future might be able to get more insight by asking a similar question. Think carefully about how you can use AI and whether you want to create your own version of a natural language model to use locally and not connected to the wider internet. The next thing is to assess the benefit to the customer. Whether that's internal or external customers, stop and ask yourself, will this actually benefit our customers? And is it what they want? Is it what they need? Is it going to be mandated by your business, for example, that you need to cut human interactions to save costs and pass that cost saving on to the customer or increase profitability? So a focus on what's actually important is critical. And finally, human-centric AI. Where the AI is always working alongside the human as the co-pilot, assisting with and navigating, analyzing data, and doing the activities that computers can do better and quicker, but then presenting back to the human for any decision making or future prompts. And I think this is important in terms of understanding, again, what you will allow AI to do and what you won't allow it to do. As a consulting organization, for example, Phase 3 would never allow a consultant to deliver a piece of work that was delivered actually by ChatGPT, for example. So we need to be clear about what our hard yeses and hard no's are in terms of AI. And we've briefly mentioned the ethical implications, but there are concerns that people have around surveillance and privacy of data. And AI systems collect and analyze that data to improve productivity and engagement, but excessive monitoring can infringe on employee privacy and can create a feeling of constant surveillance, potentially leading to anxiety or distrust. Companies need to ensure transparency about data collection and its intended use, importantly, as well as setting boundaries around how the data is gathered. We've mentioned bias briefly, but AI algorithms can perpetuate existing biases in hiring, promotions, and performance evaluations. And if those systems are trained on historical data that reflect past biases, they can unintentionally reinforce unfair treatment of certain groups. Ethical AI requires active measures to detect and mitigate these biases to ensure equitable treatment across all demographics. The impact on job security is obvious. AI-driven performance management systems can sometimes feel intrusive, reducing employees' sense of control and autonomy over the way that they work. And overly prescriptive AI systems can stifle creativity and job satisfaction, potentially making employees feel like they're only there to follow algorithmic suggestions rather than contribute meaningfully. AI augmentation might reduce the need for certain skills, leading to de-skilling over time. And when AI tools automate decision-making or simplifying tasks, employees may become overly reliant on these tools, potentially leading to skill erosion and reduced ability to perform tasks independently. And job displacement and reskilling needs. AI adoption can lead to shifts in job responsibilities and in some cases, job elimination. Ethical considerations include planning for reskilling and upskilling of initiatives, and so employees are prepared for changes and can transition to new roles if necessary. Without these efforts, AI adoption can lead to anxiety about job security. And finally, just to end on a lighter note, this is Jude Fiddler. She's on TikTok, and she was discussing a case here that was actually to dismiss or not to dismiss. And it was a case of an employment lawyer defending a case, and he was writing a letter to the opposing counsel. And they used ChatGPT to write their answer. And halfway through the answer, the AI hallucinated and just made up a load of cases to argue the solicitor's point, but they weren't real, and that letter was actually sent. So the employee was dismissed duly for gross misconduct. And as the question is asked, would you actually consider that an act of gross misconduct? Would your internal policies be aligned to help make it clear that that was an offence suitable for a dismissal or gross misconduct? And whether you are prepared for a case like this or not, I think the principle to remember is human in the loop is a concept that in HR in particular you would want to reinforce, but it really does beg the question, do you have a policy? Is it clear? And are you aware of what AI is being used in your organization? If you have any questions or would like to discuss that any further, please follow us on LinkedIn, reach out to me. I'm always happy to have a conversation, and thank you for your attention.